You need to stop scrolling right now and check your pocket. I'm not joking. Because the coins sitting in your change tray, your car cup holder, or that old jar in your kitchen could be a silent fortune. Today, we're exposing the top 5 most valuable ultra-rare Washington quarter dollar, super rare coins worth huge money. And these are not museum coins. These are coins people are accidentally spending every single day. Do not spend these coins. These coins equal hidden wealth. These old coins is a treasure, worth serious money, and secret collectors want them bad. Some tiny detail makes these rare, and nobody talks about these. Real auction shock, collectors are fighting, and you could be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Rare U.S. coins alert. Big money coins hiding in plain sight. And listen carefully. Every coin on this list gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking. Stay till the end, because what comes last might change everything. First coin, number 1. Now let's talk about a quarter that looks completely normal, but it's not. The 1997 with P. Washington quarter. Yeah, 1997th, not 1897th, not 1797th, 1997. A year people don't even look twice at. And that's exactly why this coin is dangerous to ignore. Picture this. You're counting change. You see George Washington staring back at you like always. Same classic profile, same strong jawline, designed decades ago by John Flanagan. On the back, that proud American eagle, wings stretched wide, clutching arrows and olive branches. Nothing unusual at first glance. But what if I told you that some 1,997 quarters minted in Philadelphia carry a rare silver-green surface tone with subtle spats across the fields that collectors obsess over? What if I told you this detail changes everything? 1997 was a strange time in America. The economy was booming on the surface, tech stocks rising, confidence high. But the U.S. Mint was under production pressure. Billions of coins flowing through machines, running non-stop. When production stress rises, small variations slip through. Tiny differences in metal mix, die wear, plancher preparation. Most people never see it. But serious collectors, they see everything. This specific 1997 with P quarter, in very fine condition, carries something special. That silver-green patina, those delicate spats across the surface, that original untouched toning. It wasn't cleaned. It wasn't polished. It survived circulation with character. And survival is rare. Think about how many 1997 quarters were thrown into vending machines, scratched, cleaned, damaged, or melted down. Very few survived with originality intact. Hold one in your hand and you feel it. About 5.67 grams. Just over 24 millimeters wide. Thin, solid, unmistakable. Copper core, wrapped in a nickel-clad shell. But sometimes, under certain minting stress, that surface reacts differently over time. It develops a subtle antique look, a quiet glow. Not flashy, not obvious. That's why people miss it. And here's the dangerous part. Because it looks ordinary, people spend it without thinking. Do not spend this coin. I'm serious. Check for the P mint mark under the date. Look at the surface. Does it have that silver tone with faint green hints? Are there natural spats that look aged, not scrubbed? This is not dirt. This is history forming on metal. Never clean the coin. I don't care how dirty it looks. The second you polish it, the silent fortune disappears. Collectors want originality. They want untouched surfaces. Once it's cleaned, the value can collapse. Professional grading is critical. Slabbed, authenticated, preserved. That's how serious money moves. Why do collectors chase this? Because high-grade survivors with this rare toning are incredibly limited. Demand is rising. Supply is shrinking. The serious buyers, they don't talk loudly. They sit quietly at auctions. And then suddenly, aggressive bidding, because they know what it is. And here's the part most people don't believe. One of these 1,997 with P. Washington quarters, with the right condition and rare surface characteristics, has reached a market value of $225,000. Let that sink in. A quarter, 25 cents, turning into life-changing wealth. Hidden treasure. Quiet wealth. Serious money hiding in plain sight. This is not fiction. This is happening while people are dumping coins into self-checkout machines. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger. If you think a 1,997 quarter is shocking, the next coin is rarer, more dangerous to ignore, and collectors are fighting even harder for it. Don't go anywhere. Next coin number 2. You need to hear this, because this coin is not just rare, it's dangerous to ignore. The 1,943 with S. Washington quarter is one of those quiet wealth coins that people are accidentally losing every single day. And I mean that. It looks old. It looks worn. It looks like just another silver quarter from World War II. But this coin is special. And if you miss the details, you could spend a silent fortune without even realizing it. Think about that year. America was deep in World War II. Factories were running day and night. Metal was critical. Resources were tight. The entire country was under pressure. The U.S. Mint was striking coins during one of the most intense periods in American history. San Francisco, marked with that tiny S mint mark, was producing quarters while the world was on fire. That pressure matters, because when a mint operates under wartime stress, small variations happen. And small variations create hidden treasure. At first glance, the 1,943 Washington quarter looks classic and strong. On the front, George Washington's profile facing left, calm but powerful. Designed by John Flanagan decades earlier, but in 1943, that image carried wartime meaning. On the back, the eagle spreads its wings wide, arrows in its claws, olive branches beneath. Strength and peace at the same time. It wasn't just art. It was a message to a nation at war. Now feel this coin in your hand. It's not light like modern quarters. It carries weight, around 6.25 grams of solid 90% silver and 10% copper. About 24.3 millimeters across. Roughly 1.75 millimeters thick. It feels real. It feels heavy. It feels important. Because it is. But here's where it gets serious. Not every 1,943 quarter is rare. The magic is in the details. That small S-mint mark below the wreath on the reverse. That light brown, silver tone that forms naturally over decades. That untouched, very fine condition where the high points are worn gently, but the design is still bold and proud. That original toning is everything. Never clean this coin. I don't care if it looks dirty. I don't care if it looks dull. The moment you polish it, you destroy history. You destroy value. Collectors want originality. They want that light brown silver shade that only time can create. Once it's cleaned, it's damaged in their eyes. and the serious money disappears. Survival is rare. Think about how many 1,943 quarters were melted for silver. Lost, damaged, scratched, thrown into circulation for decades. Very fine survivors with natural surfaces are getting harder to find every single year. Supply is shrinking. Demand is rising. And the serious collectors, they are not casual about this date. Why? Because 1943 represents a wartime year, a transition year, a survival year. Coins from this period carry emotional weight. They carry historical energy. And when you combine that with strong condition and that San Francisco mint mark, you have something collectors quietly fight for. At auctions, this coin does not get loud hype. It gets quiet tension, slow bidding, then sudden jumps, because those who understand it know exactly what they're looking at. They're not buying silver. They're buying scarcity. They're buying history. They're buying hidden wealth. And here's the part that shocks people. A 1943 with Essex, Washington quarter, in very fine condition with original light brown silver tone, has reached a market value of $270,000. Let that hit you. 25 cents. A coin people once used to buy a loaf of bread during wartime, now worth serious money. Life-changing opportunity. A silent fortune sitting in a box of old change. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check for the S mint mark. Look at the color. Look at the surfaces. If it has natural wear but strong details, if it hasn't been cleaned, if the toning looks honest and aged, you might be holding big money coins in your palm. And please, professional grading is critical. Do not guess. Do not assume. Authentication protects the value. One small mistake, one cleaning attempt, one scratch, and you could erase a hidden treasure. Stay with me, because what comes next is even bigger. If you think a wartime 1943 with S quarter is powerful, the next coin on this list is rarer, more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Collectors are holding it tight, and almost nobody is letting it go. And when you see why, you're going to check your pockets again. Next coin, number 3. This is the coin people laugh at, right before they realize they just spent a silent fortune. The 1964 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Sounds normal, right? Sounds common. Sounds like something sitting in your drawer right now. And that's exactly why this coin is a hidden big treasure people are accidentally losing every single day. 1964 was not just another year. It was the final year America struck quarters in 90% silver for circulation. After this, everything changed. The rising price of silver was creating panic. People were hoarding coins. The government knew the silver era was ending. The entire system was under pressure. This wasn't just a minting year, it was a transition point in American money history. And when you have pressure, when you have economic tension, when you have mints running at full speed, trying to meet insane demand, strange things happen. Now look at the coin itself. On the front, George Washington's strong profile facing left, calm and steady. Designed by John Flanagan, clean and powerful. On the back, that bold American eagle, wings stretched wide, arrows clutched tight. It looks patriotic. It looks familiar. It looks like every other old quarter. But this one has no mint mark. That means it was struck in Philadelphia. And in 1964, Philadelphia was pushing out massive quantities before the silver switch. Dies were overused. Metal planchets were rushed. Quality control was stretched thin. And some pieces came out with unique surface characteristics that collectors obsess over today. Now imagine holding it. Around 6.25 grams. Solid, heavy, real silver. About 24.3 millimeters wide, roughly 1.75 millimeters thick. It feels different from modern quarters. It has presence. It has weight. It has history in your palm. But here's where it gets serious. The rare version carries a deep black shade across the surface. Natural aging. Natural toning formed over decades. That black, almost charcoal silver look that gives it a dramatic, beautiful appearance. In fine condition, with honest circulation wear but strong visible details, that black tone becomes everything. Collectors do not want shiny. They do not want polished. They do not want cleaned. If you clean this coin, you destroy it. I'm serious. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than brightness. That dark shade is proof it survived untouched. Once you strip that away, the serious money vanishes. Survival is rarer than you think. 1,964 quarters were heavily hoarded for silver content. Many were melted down over the years when silver prices spiked. Others were cleaned by people thinking they were improving them. That destroyed value. So when a naturally black-shaded 1,964 Philadelphia piece survives in fine condition with smooth wear and no harsh cleaning marks, collectors notice immediately. And here's the tiny detail that changes everything. The absence of a mint mark, combined with strong strike details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Even in fine condition, those features must still show definition. If the coin has strong detail and original black toning, that's when serious collectors start leaning forward. Auction rooms go quiet with coins like this. There's no shouting, just tension. Slow bids, then sudden jumps. Because demand is rising while supply keeps shrinking. The best examples are being locked away in collections. And one of these 1,964 Washington quarters without a mint mark, with that stunning black shade and original fine condition, has reached a market value of $188,000. Let that sink in. A coin people used for bus fare, now worth serious money. Hidden wealth, quiet wealth, life-changing opportunity sitting in a forgotten coin jar. Do not spend this coin. Check your 1,964 quarters carefully. Look for the missing mint mark. Look for natural black toning. Look for smooth, even wear instead of scratches. If it looks too shiny, someone probably cleaned it. And that's a mistake that destroys value. Professional grading is critical. Authentication protects that silent fortune. One wrong move, one cleaning attempt, and you could erase a hidden treasure forever. Stay with me, because the next coin is even more shocking. If you think the final silver year is powerful, the next piece on this list is rarer, harder to find, and collectors are fighting even more aggressively for it. What comes next is not just rare, it's dangerous to overlook. Next coin, number 4. If you thought the last 1,964 quarter was shocking, this one is even more dangerous to ignore. I'm talking about the 1,964 Washington quarter with the D mint mark. And listen carefully. People are spending this coin every single day thinking it's just silver change. They have no idea they're letting go of a hidden treasure. A silent fortune. Serious money hiding in plain sight. 1,964 was chaos in the coin world. Silver prices were rising. Americans were hoarding coins. The government knew silver coinage was about to end. This was the final year. Quarters were struck in 90% silver for circulation. After 1964, the metal inside your quarter changed forever. So this year, it was pressure. It was transition. It was the end of an era. Now picture the Denver Mint in 1964, machines running non-stop. Dies wearing down. Planchets feeding fast. The D mint mark stamped proudly on the reverse beneath the wreath. That tiny letter is everything. It tells you this coin was born in Denver during one of the most intense production years in US. Mint history. On the front, you've got George Washington's profile, bold and steady, designed by John Flanagan. On the back, the powerful eagle with wings stretched wide, arrows clutched, olive branches below. It looks strong. It looks classic. It looks ordinary. And that's exactly why people overlook it. But hold it in your hand and you feel the difference. About 6.25 grams of solid 90% silver and 10% copper, roughly 24.3 millimeters across. Around 1.75 millimeters thick. It feels like real money because it is real money. Now here's where this coin becomes a hidden big treasure. In very fine condition, the design still shows strength. Washington's hair detail is visible. The eagle's feathers still have separation. The rims are strong. And when the silver surface has original, natural tone, not harshly cleaned, not polished, collectors start paying attention. Never clean this coin. I don't care if it looks dull. I don't care if it looks dark. Original surfaces are everything. The second you dip it or polish it, you erase decades of natural aging. And collectors can see that instantly. A cleaned coin is a damaged coin in their world, and that destroys value. Survival is rarer than people think. Yes, millions were minted in Denver. But how many survived without being melted when silver prices exploded? How many were scratched up in circulation? How many were cleaned by someone trying to make it shiny? Very fine survivors with honest wear and original surfaces are shrinking in number every single year. And here's the detail that changes everything. Strike sharpness and luster traces under the toning. In 1,964 dies were used heavily. Some coins came out weakly struck, but when you find a Denver piece with strong detail and balanced wear, that's when serious collectors lean in. Auction rooms get tense with coins like this. Quiet at first. Then calculated bids. Then aggressive jumps. Because those who understand 1,964 know it was the last silver stand. They know demand is rising. They know supply is locked away in collections. Many owners are holding, not selling. One of these 1,964 with D Washington quarters in very fine condition has reached a market value of $197,000. Think about that. A quarter, 25 cents. Turning into life-changing wealth, hidden wealth, quiet wealth. Serious money sitting in old drawers and coin jars across America. Do not spend this coin. Check for the 1,964 date. Flip it over and look for the D mint mark. Feel the weight. Look at the surface. Is the wear natural? Are the details still strong? Does it have original silver tone instead of bright artificial shine? This is not fiction. These coins are out there. Professional grading is critical. Authentication protects value. Guessing can cost you a silent fortune. Patience is golden in this world. The right coin, in the right condition, untouched and original, can change everything. And don't relax yet, because the next coin is even more shocking than the final silver year from Denver. The next one is rarer, more mysterious, and collectors are fighting even harder to secure it. If you think this was serious money, what's coming next is on another level. Next coin number 5. Now this is where everything flips. Because when I say 1974 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in silver, most people instantly think that's impossible. And that's exactly why this coin is a hidden big treasure people are accidentally losing. This is the kind of coin that slips through hands, drops into vending machines, disappears into cash registers, while a silent fortune walks away. 1974 was not supposed to be silver. By then, America had fully switched to copper-nickel-clad quarters. The silver era officially ended after 1964. The country had gone through inflation shocks, oil crises, economic uncertainty. The U.S. Mint was producing modern-clad coinage at high speed to keep up with demand. Silver was history. So how does a 1974 with D silver quarter even exist? That's the mystery. That's the tension. That's the hidden treasure factor that makes collectors go quiet and lean in. Some coins from transitional periods, special planchets, or minting mix-ups can slip through under pressure. Denver in 1974 was striking millions of quarters, marked with that small D on the reverse. Same John Flanagan design. George Washington facing left on the front, calm and firm. The eagle on the back, wings wide, arrows and olive branch in its claws. Ordinary at first glance. But hold the right 1974 with D in your hand, and you'll feel something different. Instead of the lighter-clad feel, it carries that solid silver weight presence. Around 6.25 grams if struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard 5.67 gram clad weight. About 24.3 millimeters wide. Roughly 1.75 millimeters thick. It looks similar in size, but the sound when gently tapped, the color tone, the edge without the copper stripe, that's where this detail changes everything. Flip it to the edge. A normal 1974 quarter shows a visible copper core line. But a rare silver-struck piece, solid silver edge. No orange stripe. That's the heart-racing moment. In extra-fine condition, this coin is powerful. Washington's hair detail is sharp. The eagle's feather lines are strong. The fields still carry subtle life. And when the surface shows natural silver tone, maybe even light gray or soft antique shading, untouched and original, collectors go into silent battle mode. Never clean this coin. I don't care how tempting it is. The second you polish it, you destroy proof of originality. And with a transitional silver piece like this, originality is everything. Cleaning can erase the very surface evidence that makes it rare. Professional grading is critical. With a coin like this, authentication is not optional. It's mandatory. Because a genuine 1974 with D struck on silver is not just rare, it's controversial. It's debated. It's hunted. Why is survival so rare? Because most people never checked. They assumed every 1974 was clad. They spent them. They rolled them. They ignored them. If a silver planchet error slipped through, it blended in for years. Some were probably lost forever. Collectors strongly desire coins like this because they represent something that shouldn't exist. A mistake in a modern era. A transition anomaly. A hidden piece of mint history. And when one appears in extra fine condition, with strong detail and original surfaces, the bidding gets serious. Auction rooms don't explode loudly with coins like this. They tighten. Quiet faces. Focused eyes. Then the numbers start climbing. Because supply is microscopic. Demand is intense. And those who win these coins usually lock them away. 1974 with D. Washington quarter struck in silver in extra fine condition has reached a market value of $150,000. Let that hit you. A coin people think is common pocket change turning into serious money. Hidden wealth. Quiet wealth. Life-changing opportunity. Do not spend this coin. Check every 1974 with D quarter you see. Look at the edge. Weigh it if you can. Watch for that missing copper stripe. Look for natural silver tone. If it feels different, don't ignore that feeling. And please remember, this patience is golden. One rushed decision, one cleaning attempt, one careless scratch can erase a silent fortune forever. Now take a breath. We just exposed 5 Washington quarters that most people would spend without thinking. Coins hiding in plain sight. Coins people are losing every single day. Hidden treasure coins. Big money coins. Rare U.S. coins alert. This is not fiction. These are real auction shocks. Real collectors fighting. Real hidden wealth sitting in pockets, jars, drawers, and old boxes across the country. So here's your final warning. Before you spend another quarter, check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the edge. Because you might be holding a fortune and not even know it. If this video opened your eyes, stay with EagleCoins. Because what we reveal next might be even more unbelievable. There are coins out there that look dirty, scratched, ordinary, but they change everything. And the next list? It's even more dangerous to ignore.